So some people think of this as a floppy disk and they think this is really old. If you think this is old, take a look at this. This is a floppy disk from the 1970s. And we have literally thousands and thousands of these. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some people still use them in industrial processes. Some people use them as gag gifts. People who go in the back of their warehouse and might find a pallet or two of the floppy disks and they're about to take them to the dump, they may call us up and say, hey, will you take these off our hands? And we say happily, yes. This should be nice. Great. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Get your music.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So here, this, and I have no idea. It's like Christmas every day. We're just going to open it up and see what happens here. And here are a bunch of floppy disks. And when we get them, we have no idea if they're new or used or what. So we'll open this one up, and sure enough, here are used disks that we will reformat, put a fresh label on, and then hopefully resell. I would say the biggest users are people in the embroidery business. There are a lot of people in the tool and die business who use floppy disks. They have this big equipment that you have to get the information in and out about how big a window is or how long a piece of steel has to be before it's cut. And there are people also in the airline industry who still use floppy disks for some of the avionics. It's not a legacy. We have a large number of airline customers. We have a large number of customers who are in the airline maintenance business. Load this thing up to here. Run like this. Load up. Most people don't know that about a third to a half of all of the aircraft flying today were built 20 years ago. And if you built a plane 20 or 30 or even 40 years ago, you would use a floppy disk to get information in and out of some of the avionics of that airplane. Floppy disks are a very reliable, very stable, very well understood way to get information in and out of a machine. Plus, they have the additional feature of not being very hackable. I'm just going to grab a couple of these, and they have somebody's information on them. We can make that information go away with a degausser. That's a gigantic magnet, which is going to make all of the information disappear. Humpty Dumpty cannot put this back together again. And this is my favorite machine in the whole place. I'll say ready, and I'll hit start. And sure enough, magically, it's putting labels on machine. When I see the save icon, I see a floppy disk, but most people just see the save icon. And the joke is that, you know, when a 6-year-old girl runs up to her father and with a floppy disk that she found somewhere, she said, "Oh, look, Daddy, somebody 3D printed the save icon." But might sort of be collectible because it looks like it is the Kennedy-Nixon debate in 1960. And I'll be here for as long as people continue to want to have these discs, but it's not forever.